Welcome to a journey through time, exploring the fascinating history of some of our favorite fruits and vegetables. These crops have undergone significant changes over the centuries. Let's take a look at how they've evolved, and which ones are most likely to be genetically modified today. 1. Cabbage. In the past, cabbage looked different from the cabbage we know today. As far back as the 1600s, cabbage was often more bitter and had a looser, less compact head. It came in various forms, including wild cabbage, Brassica oleracea, a leafy, non-heading plant with a more bitter taste. Early cultivated cabbage had a smaller, less dense head and was often used in cooking. In present day, modern cabbage has been selectively bred for its tighter, denser head, sweeter flavor, variety of colors, green, red, Savoy, improved texture and crunch. Over time, farmers and breeders have selectively bred cabbage to create the diverse range of varieties we see today, with improved taste, texture, and appearance. 2. Cauliflower. A descendant of wild cabbage, cauliflower has been bred for its unique flower-like appearance. In the past, cauliflower looked different from the cauliflower we know today. In the 1600s, cauliflower was less compact and had a more sparse, uneven appearance. It was often more bitter and had a coarser texture. The florets were less tender and not as white as modern cauliflower. In this present day, modern cauliflower has been bred for its compact, dense head, tender, white florets, sweeter flavor, improved texture. Through selective breeding, cauliflower has undergone significant changes, resulting in the tender, flavorful, and visually appealing vegetable we enjoy today. 3. Apple. From the wild crabapple to the juicy varieties we enjoy today, apples have undergone significant changes through grafting and selective breeding. In the past, apples were often smaller, more diverse in shape, size, and color, sometimes had more intense flavors, sweet, tart, or bitter, may have had more imperfections, russeting, spots. Many heirloom varieties still showcase these characteristics. Modern apples have been bred for larger size, sweeter flavor, crisp texture, disease resistance, uniform appearance. Despite these changes, many traditional apple varieties remain popular for their unique flavors and textures. 4. Peaches. These luscious fruits were once smaller and more bitter, but centuries of breeding have made them sweeter and juicier. Peaches have undergone changes through selective breeding. In the past, peaches were smaller, often more fuzzy, had a more intense flavor, sweet, tart, or bitter, sometimes had smaller or more pit-filled fruit, came in a variety of flesh colors, yellow, white, or red. 5. Carrots. Yes, carrots weren't always orange. They were first cultivated in Asia and were either white, yellow, or purple. Carrots have undergone significant changes through selective breeding. Centuries ago, carrots were typically purple, yellow, to white, or even black, often thinner, more bitter and less sweet. In Asia, where carrots originated, they were first cultivated over 1,000 years ago. The modern orange carrot we know today was bred in the Netherlands in the 17th century. Through selective breeding, carrots have become sweeter, crunchier, and more vibrant in color. 6. Eggplant. This popular vegetable was once considered poisonous in Europe, but it's now a staple in many cuisines. In the past, eggplants were smaller, more bitter, often had a more intense, bitter flavor, sometimes had seeds that were larger and more noticeable. They came in a variety of colors, including white, green, and purple. They were also often considered more toxic or bitter, leading to misconceptions about their edibility, less palatable, requiring cooking methods to reduce bitterness. Through selective breeding, modern eggplants have become larger, sweeter, less bitter, more versatile in cooking. These changes have made eggplants a staple ingredient in many cuisines worldwide. 7. Tomatoes. From small, yellow fruits to the vibrant red varieties we know today, tomatoes have undergone significant changes through selective breeding. In the 1600s, tomatoes were smaller than modern tomatoes, often yellow or cherry-sized, considered exotic and sometimes thought to be poisonous in Europe due to their relation to deadly nightshade, used in cooking in Italy and other parts of Europe, but not widely accepted elsewhere. Over time, tomatoes were bred for larger size, sweeter flavor, and variety, becoming a staple ingredient in many cuisines worldwide. 8. Corn. This staple crop has undergone significant genetic modification to increase yields and resistance to pests. Corn has undergone significant changes through selective breeding and genetic modification. It originated from wild teosinte in ancient Mesoamerica. Early corn was small, hard, and not very edible. Indigenous peoples cultivated and bred corn for improved yields and flavor. Presently, modern corn is larger, sweeter, and more productive. Various types of corn, such as sweet corn, popcorn, and dent corn, have been developed for specific uses. Genetic modification has introduced traits like pest resistance and drought tolerance. Through centuries of breeding and innovation, corn has become a staple crop worldwide, with diverse applications in food, animal feed, and biofuels. 9. Watermelon. While not as heavily genetically modified as corn, watermelon has been bred for its sweet flavor and refreshing texture. Centuries ago, watermelons looked different from the ones we know today, as shown by Giovanni Stanchi's still life painting. Ancient watermelon were taller and more round, thicker rinds, less sweet and more bitter flesh, often had a more yellow or white interior. Present-day watermelons are larger and more elongated, thinner rind, sweeter and juicier flesh, typically has a pink or red interior. Through selective breeding, watermelons have become sweeter, juicier, and more refreshing. Modern varieties offer a range of flavors and textures, making them a popular summer treat. 10. Banana. The banana we know today is a far cry from its wild ancestors, which were smaller and full of seeds. Bananas have undergone significant changes through selective breeding. In the 1600s, bananas were more like their wild ancestors, with seeds. Yes, bananas used to have seeds. Thicker skin, smaller, starchier fruit, more bitter taste. Present-day bananas or modern bananas have been bred for their seedless or nearly seedless fruit, thinner skin, larger, sweeter fruit, creamier texture. Through selective breeding, bananas have become the sweet, convenient, and popular fruit we know today. Genetic modification has helped increase yields and disease resistance. Artworks like still life paintings, Willem Caff, Peter Klesch, and botanical illustrations, Maria Sibylla Marian, showcase fruit evolution, highlighting refined produce and detailed plant depictions. These pieces reflect changing perceptions and desirability over time, including artistic representations by Giuseppe Arcimboldo's surreal compositions. These crops have come a long way, shaped by centuries of selective breeding and genetic modification. As we continue to face global food security challenges, understanding the history and evolution of our food crops is crucial. Join us next time as we explore more fascinating stories about the food we eat.